position as people who don't participate in debates, and is trying to conflate my decision to reject or not to sit there and listen to Ruto's lies during the presidential debate. And do you know what? No. Even during that presidential debate, nobody is allowed to speak.
I think
just let me finish.
Let me be parliamentary.
Let me finish.
Let's be parliamentary.
We are not in parliament. How can we be parliamentary? We are on TV. We are not in parliament. King is not here to protect you. We have to speak the way we speak. This is not parliament.
No, you
I can say. Who says I cannot say? This is not your show. It is his show. Let him be the one to tell me what I can say and what I cannot say. Let me finish. I'll finish.
Let me address
and then you'll address me. Let me finish first.
But you cannot call people
let me finish first.
How can you say this is a lie?
It is the English language. If something is not true, it's called a lie. This is not parliament.
In my custom, you don't talk to elders or people. Pokomo custom.
We are not here under Pokomo customary law. We are not here under Pokomo customary law.
Talk with respect. Talk with respect.
What I want to say here.
This is not a public rally of ODM. You can't come here and start calling the president lies.
If you want us to operate, the president is not a Pokomo. The president is not a Pokomo. He's not an elder.
Kenyan, he's
not an elder.
Okay, Mungatana, hold on.
No, Sifuna, he should respect people.
Agree.
You can't come and say the president is telling lies.
It is lies.
If people are older than you, if people are older than you, please address them with decorum. This is not a public rally.
Agreed. Decorum. Yes.
Let me tell you, Trevor, you did not call us here under Pokomo customary law.
Correct.
So let him take Pokomo customary law back to Garsen. I was not going to sit and listen to Ruto's lies as an elected official. So I chose to stay away from that debate. But
I'm saying,
the point that I am making,
you need
in terms of publicly
correct the way we use our language here. We are before the public.
Yes, you will answer that. Yes, go ahead.
You know, the president is a liar. I can say it 100 times, and I can demonstrate it to you. And I did it before Parliament, and explained the points that were not factual. It is unanswered.
Not factual is not the same as lies.
Not factual is lies.
It is not.
Hold on. Let the younger gentleman hold on. Let's listen.
No, let me finish. I had not finished. I'm being heckled. I had not finished. I had not finished. And this is the tactic they want to use. Let me finish. Let me finish. I will finish. If you don't want me to come to this show, you can tell me. You can have these Pokomo elders come and praise the president all they want. But when I am here, I will speak because it is not Mugatana that invited me here. It is you. Now, when it comes to the question of public participation, he said that he didn't see Sifuna appearing at public participation. I'm not a member of the public. The public participation is for people to speak openly about programs that are being run by people in the legislature and people in the executive. Yes. So that by the time it comes, my turn will come. My turn will come when the bill comes to the House for me to debate. I don't want to go into a public participation, hog all the limelight as an elected member, have my views precede the views of other people, ordinary people. This is a forum that has been created for ordinary people. That is why, Trevor, when the question of BBI went before the courts, do you remember the court saying that the president is not a person who can initiate a constitutional amendment because of his position in society? So these people who go to public participations, you are an elected senator, you are an elected member of parliament, you go there with people in buses, you have brought your own people to pay them and to try and shape the opinions of the people. Allow the public to speak freely about the programs that we are initiating both as a legislator and the executive. Finally, I want to say this, Trevor. Mimi siogopi. If my wings will be clipped today, let them be clipped. But I'm asking myself this question. If it is true that the people of Kenya have rejected this housing levy, the courts have found fault with this housing levy, you have a person in the executive saying he will disobey court orders, he has already disobeyed the will of the people, saying they will proceed with this thing anyway. What is in it for him? I will not be surprised, Trevor. If you go and do a deep dive into this particular project, you will find the suppliers of this material for construction is his friends, if not himself. He will find he's the one bringing cement, you will find he's the one bringing the construction steel, and some of these people, they are just talking here. When the truth about this housing project comes out, all of these people will be put to shame. So let us not be gagged. Let us speak freely because that is what the Constitution guarantees us. You will not be threatened.
Can I say something? First of all, Trevor, we are before the public. We are not in a public rally here. It is proper for us to respectfully address each other and respectfully address those who are not seated with us here. Have the courtesy of he is the president of the Republic of Kenya. I don't stand and say Raila is a liar. Raila is doing
but you can say that.
No, it's not
that
right.
Is the constitution guarantees freedom of speech.
It's not right.
And the limitations
and
are there.
This kind
if
of
Raila tells a lie, you can say this is a lie.
Right. That's not right. It's not right. And this reflects the generational issues in this leadership. You know, there are people who have no restraint whatsoever. No restraint whatsoever. They talk like they are in their bedrooms or their streets. It is wrong. When we are talking to your elders, you talk with respect.
You elders, what have you done for this country? You have made this country for the other generations. You are not people to speak.
And I want to say this.
Number 2 was inclusivity in all spheres of public life. This is what they parrot around, saying, oh, they have employed somebody from Western, they have employed somebody from Coast, they have employed somebody. Baba, when we were discussing these issues, it was not about positions and which tribe gets what. We have turned into the Rigathi Gachagwas of today. We are the ones speaking the language of shares. We are the ones saying the cow should be divided into two halves and 50-50. I mean, we, for all the condemnation that they extend to Rigathi Gachagua, they are the ones speaking the language of shares now, because they have tested government power.
Is this not inclusivity in public?
This is what I'm saying. Inclusivity. If you look,
appointments not
just
level.
Look at the text. Kenya belongs to all persons, regardless of their ethnicity, religion, generation, or geographic location. This is the thinking that went into this. You understand? So it is not just about getting 2 lawyers employed. No. It is not just about even religious and even geographical discrimination. These are things that you have to look at.
And you think that's not been done?
Well, you can say the inclusion of a few people who would never have got an opportunity in any government is positive, but that one will give them 20% out of 100. Protecting and strengthening devolution. Yeah. Baba wanted specifically in this financial year that we are concluding 450 billion shillings to go to counties. They gave us 415, not 450. Now, when you look at what is happening with the counties themselves, as a senator, I can tell you, we have been, there was a time when the regime was making a lot of noise saying they're up to date with remittances. Counties are struggling, Yvonne, because they go up to 2-3 months without disbursement of their shares, equitable share. And then they tell us they are supporting devolution. This one, on NADCO, in terms of transfer of all devolved functions, have all functions been devolved? We still have national government entities, especially in the water sector, running devolved functions. This has not been done. And I challenge anybody to tell me that this has been done. Let's go until number 10. So did we get 450 billion?
Yes, so what's
we did not get 450 billion. So if we agreed on 450 and you give me 415, you cannot say you have done it.
So you give a score on
strengthening of zero. Let them come and tell us their score.
All right, economic...
Promoting and protecting the livelihoods of young people. Just today in your bulletin, Yvonne, and this is tied up with this other issue of stopping extrajudicial killings. We have police officers being accused in Kahawa West of torturing and killing 2 young people, stuffing maize in their bodies and torturing them to death and beating them with blunt objects. Have killings stopped? I have counted upwards of 20 people, young people, killed by this regime after signing this document. And we can go through that list from the gentleman in Kitale to Albert Ojwang. All of those things happened after signing of this MOU. So we can pontificate about this so-called Nyota program, which, by the way, is an abuse of public resources. Abuse of public resources. Because how can you turn the distribution of these resources funded by the World Bank, by the way, which we have to all pay back, and turn them into UDA rallies? How can you do that? And nobody is saying anything about it. So, this one, number 4, let them give us their score. I will give them 0. Leadership and integrity.
And the end of opulence.
Let me not even start. Let me not even start. This is the problem that got us into the 2024 quagmire in the first place. I've given you the example of Kindiki and his private jets. Should we still be seeing such opulence in government? We are being told that State House runs through its budget of mandazi and soda way before the financial year closes. So let them explain to us